this time on Cadence's race team.
The racetrack. What a great place this is. It's always a great time, you know. This track is fun. I love it. It was a pretty crazy race. My tires kicked in like at the very end, and then I noticed I'm overheating my engine. So I lifted the up on the last lap, and I'm breaking my record. Shut up.
Life passes by, the sun will rise, I'm out of time. I can perspiration, I'm horrified at the sight of my own reflection. Sorry for a
I didn't get the best of starts, so I dropped back to fourth, and I was second quick for most of the race. That's how it ended. I tried my hardest, so let's get on to the final.
Don't wake me up.
Make sure to click that notification bell. So the first round was at IMI. I felt pretty good there because it was my home track. But fourth place was how I ended up there. I battled so much that race. It was a really close battle. I was just getting swallowed up on the straightaways. SBR was round 2. And I had so much fun there because there was a lot of technical parts, and I love driving in corners. Coming out of a corner at full speed is fun, and going into a corner at full speed is fun. I was second quick most of the day, and I got third. That one straightaway, I just, again, was getting swallowed up. So the 177's wheel came off on 2 laps to go, which was surprising. The wheel came across the track, but I was just full gas because I knew I wouldn't hit it. We came around and it was like white flag. So I was coming around and it was 1 lap to go. And I just held that 3rd place and actually pulled a bit of a gap before the end. I had to skip round 3 because my motor was being rebuilt. Turns out I had the old style cylinder, so we just were not creating the horsepower we needed through those straightaways. So fingers crossed we can compete at IMI Motorsports Park for round 4 of the Colorado Karting Tour. Now, let's take a look back at the Stars Championship Series and how it ended. Most of the races in Stars were just filled with okay starts and some crashes that I got involved in, or my own crashes that I was involved in. But round 4 was my lucky one. It was at Laguna Seca, one of my best tracks. So round 4, I had a chance at getting a top 3, maybe a 1st place. I battled with Antonino for 2nd place. Ethan Lampy had a rare mistake, and I got to take the lead for a moment until he passed me back, of course. But he pulled away, Ethan Lampy did, and I pulled away from 3rd place. I ended up getting 2nd that race, and I was super happy. I also messed up on the corkscrew. I spun around, but I ended up kicking it in reverse gear, and I did a J turn. I felt so proud of myself because I hung on to 2nd place, and I was so happy. Check out this battle I had with John Antonino at the end of the video.
We're green. Round number 4 for the Junior Stars is underway as they climb the hill and work their way to turn 1. Great jump here off the line for Ethan Lampy. Behind him, Max Repelos having to give up that 2nd spot to Cadence Presley. He is fighting for 3rd with Aiden Aquino. All drivers will make it through cleanly. Presley drops the wheel. He'll have to defend to the inside here from Aquino for 2nd. All the way at the tail end of the field as we go back up front. Crazy battles for 2nd and 3rd on back. It is Presley now in the lead. Ethan Lampy is back to 2nd. And they are all over the place here as Lampy had a mistake. Now Presley's going to run wide. Door to door for the lead as they climb the hill. Wild stuff here. Ethan Lampy, Cadence Presley back and forth as they go through the corkscrew here. A crazy 1st lap for Junior Stars. Looked like it got a little gnarly back for 4th. It has been crazy to start. It is still wild, and a 3-driver breakaway up front now. Lampy, Presley, and Aquino. It looks like we are going to be going under safety car conditions here. Single file this restart. Going to put lap number 4 in the books. Ethan Lampy out of the final corner. Good restart. Good restart as well here for Cadence Presley. And the field's going to make its way up across the start-finish line. We're back underway as we start lap number 5. Cadence Presley going to come across the line here. P2. What a great run for the Colorado kid. Finally, some well-deserved hardware here coming. Again, we've also got our 2nd place finisher here, I believe, ready to be dialed up if we can get him down into the channel, and that is Cadence Presley. He's done a phenomenal job here tonight. Cadence, we've been waiting to talk to you, man. The pace has been there all season. It's just a matter of time when the results would finally come, and here tonight you put together a great drive. Big gap out back. Of course, would have loved to be at the top step of the podium, but P2, heck of a performance. Talk to me about it, buddy.
It was definitely the most crazy race. It was so nerve-wracking on both the start and the restart. I could feel my heart just beating my chest. It was the most insane race I have probably ever done. It was very awesome on the start when I got into 2nd, and I just held 2nd for as long as I could, and then I just kept it.
Great run, like you said, get into 2nd, and then, as you worked your way through the field, it kind of almost opened up behind you with a lot of guys battling back for 3rd, but talk to me, that last lap was a little bit hairy, as you mentioned. This race was just crazy. We talked with Ethan as well, how tough these cars are around this racetrack. One little mistake, 1 inch wrong, and you're going around for a spin. Is that about what you felt here out there tonight?
Basically, yeah. I was on the edge the whole time, and that last lap I spun around at the corkscrew. I just kept going, and I lost a bunch of time, but I kept pushing, and I kept pushing to the end.
Great performance for just only a half day of testing or so. So congratulations, Cadence. Like I said, you've been having the pace here to get onto the podium all season. It's about time we finally get to talk to you here on the broadcast with a top 3 run and ending P2 on the night here. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you so much.
I've been practicing on my guitar a lot lately. I don't know, I love guitar so much. I've been jamming on it, and I've been listening to music and trying to play those riffs and learning those riffs. And I got to jam with my dad on my guitar, which was really fun. Oh my god. Mr. Omega put me on his top 10 underrated YouTubers. I'm honored to be on his YouTube channel. It is so cool. Go subscribe to him. He makes really funny content. He plays Among Us. He plays all these other games. He plays Minecraft. He's funny. He's a funny guy. I love watching his videos. I'm addicted to his YouTube channel. He is hilarious and he makes great content. So go subscribe to him.
We have another relaxing end here, some COVID travelling, and a kid that is going to make his dream come true. All this today on Top 5 Underrated YouTubers, Season 2, Episode 2. Number 1. I chose this tuber as number 1 because he has a real passion and a dream. I think this young go-kart driver deserves the noticing he isn't quite getting yet. Cadence is a 10-year-old working with his parents to make a dream he had come true since very, very young. Cadence wants to be a pro go-kart racer. I originally thought the kid was doing racing games with his B-Stars setup, but then realized there's a lot more to this channel than I first thought. Cadence takes you on this big journey on his channel of following his passion. I find that Cadence has, quite a professional manner about him for his age, and his recent vlogs really show for that. Anyway, can we go back to his B-Stars setup for a minute? I mean, this is insane. He's only just built this thing, and I've realized that he's not only racing on the track, he's bloody well racing at home here as well. What? It even looks like he's sponsored by the guys that made these setups. That's pretty incredible. I think checking out Cadence's race team on YouTube now would be the way to go, because I'm gonna call it right now, this kid is going places, whether on YouTube or on the track.
Let's see what happens in the junior division. The safety car into the pit lane. John Antonino starting back in row 2, your front row. Ethan Lampy on the power. We are underway for the final race of the year in the Junior Stars division. Great start for Lampy out in front by a car length. They are side by side for second as Antonino comes under pressure. Look at Amagor's Papas Samas. Whoa, way deep on the brakes. And like you said, and around goes the 5. Antonino's around. He collects the number 1 as well. That was Cadence Presley and Henry Coleman. Oh my goodness, Spas Dromalev is involved. You're right. Massive damage to a number of cars there here on the first lap, Chris.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They go up into this big hill, they get so confident on the brakes, but oftentimes you forget you still have cold tires. It's such an inviting corner. And unfortunately, that's about half the field paying the price for it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been watching Presley and Antonio as they work by Chronic right now. Really good fight happening right now between those cars that are trying to be the first one lap down.
Antonino with some bad luck for another week here that has put him now on the verge of again losing the championship podium.
Yeah, I tell you what, it is starting to heat up a little bit here, and you know that the pressure's on for John Antonio, but I think an underrated thing to comment about is how do you think Ethan Lampy is right now? Maybe it's not too intense because all of his rivals are in his mirror, but I know that in my situation, my experience as a race car driver, as this battle between Presley and Antonio continues to heat up, I know my time as a race car driver, every time that you've been in a situation where you can see it right in front of you is typically the time when the nerves are the highest. You start overthinking maybe just a touch. Maybe you start, you know, feeling things going wrong with the car that aren't really going wrong with the car. Maybe you miss an apex or two. The pressure is still incredibly high right now for our leader.
Especially when you factor in just the massive prizes that this series gives away here. Again, this is a free-to-enter series that the Stars Championship guys and NKA put on for go-karters across the country and really across the world.
I'm not sure if the cameras are on it right now, but this battle between Antonino and what we've been seeing with him in the one car of Presley, it has been heating up and it has swapped itself back and forth a couple of times. And as we're riding on board with Presley right now, we've been seeing, I've been keeping my eye on Antonino, and he's got pace, but every time he's locking that front tire, he loses a couple tenths, and it's opened the door for Presley to try and attack back. But what you're saying, yeah, it's great. iRacing has allowed for a lot of barriers to be knocked down. Even with me and you, we could go into a race later tonight and find ourselves in a lobby with Dale Jr., and that is, I mean, that's just how it is. That's one of the coolest things about iRacing, and on small scales or large scales, it produces great racing nevertheless, and we're looking at some fantastic racing right now with Presley and Antonino.
Yeah, it is phenomenal what these two kids have put on. I mean, these are two drivers that really should be at the forefront. It's unfortunate to see that they both were taken out in the first corner here tonight, but they are having, I'm sure, a blast going head-to-head with each other, battling for the 7th spot on the circuit.
Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Make sure you check out my Extreme Sim Racing Last of First series. It was originally for iRating, but we're making a series on it because it's just been so much fun. Basically, I just find an iRacing official race that's about to start, and I click on it, and I join in. With no practice, I don't qualify, and I start in the very back, and I try to win. Those are a ton of fun. Check them out. I also did another Yumboxing video from Turkey. No, not the food turkey, the place turkey. You guys are silly. Those are pretty fun because I get to try foods from different places, and I love trying new things. Keep an eye out for that video coming soon. There's a fly in here. Be sure to check out my Relentless Gaming, where I do automation and BeamNG videos. Automation is a game where you can design and build your own car, engine, and everything like headlights and grills and spoilers and whatnot, and then I export them over to BeamNG Drive, and I drive them and test them out and have a ton of fun. So be sure to check that out. Also, guys, my Instagram is blowing up. Make sure you guys go hop over on my Instagram and follow. Help me get up to 5,000 followers. That's amazing. That's so many people. And while we're at it, help me get to 5,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. Tell your grandma, tell your friends to tell their friends just to subscribe. It would be an honor. There's more extreme sim racing videos coming soon where I can help you to adjust and fit you to your virtual experience, so stay tuned for those. So as I said earlier, I raced rounds 1 and 2 of the Colorado Karting Tour. Had to skip round 3 because I had an engine rebuild, but excited for round 4, about to take this thing out for practice today, right now after we're finished recording. But I am super excited for that race. Stay tuned to see what happens, and I'll catch you guys next time. Like and subscribe.